welcome to Cooking with Ava. Today I'm showing you realistic things I do with potatoes in my life here because they said if life throws lemons at you, what do? You make lemonades. But if life throws potatoes at you, what do? This is what I do. So yes, potatoes is very much available and abundant here, and I love to eat potatoes. It's healthy, less fat, less carb, very healthy and very good for your health. And typically, yes, I do these three main things with it. I love these three. These are my top three that I love. So to do this, the first one, yes, the first thing is if you want to peel it, you can peel. If you want your skin on, you can leave the skin on. It's not always that I peel my potatoes, but for this, I'm peeling the skins off. Yes. So once that's done, I'm washing it in salt water. It's always good to wash your fruits and vegetables with salt water. It's going to kill every bacteria, every germ, everything, and it's also going to help with your seasoning, like bring out the natural taste of the food in there. So that's also very important. The same is going to happen to my vegetables, just that you need to, like I said, keep in mind that no matter how well handled it is, it's good to wash it with salt and water. Very cheap, very affordable. The vegetables I'm using here is broccoli. If you don't like broccoli, you could use cauliflower. I'm using carrots because carrot is also crunchy. If you don't like carrots, you can use any other vegetable of your preference. There's bell pepper, paprika, whichever one you want, you can go with it. I'm adding onion to add in some onion zestiness in there. If you don't like it, you can do without it. And of course, beetroot. If you also don't like beets, you can just do away without it. So pick vegetables of your preference. All that matters is you have variety, there's color, there's textures. That's the most important thing. And you don't need very soft vegetables. You need crunchy ones because this is going to be baked and it's going to take quite a while. So in my baking tray, I have some parchment sheets in there. And once everything has been prepped, it's time for me to go in there. So the potatoes, I'm just cutting them into nice kind of chips, kind of shaped ones in there. At this point, if you've not liked this video, please give it a like. So yes, I'm just going to cut them into the chips kind of shapes. Any shape you want, but what is important is it has to be, should I say, consistent. The sizes should be like the same or equal sizes so I can bake well. The carrots, I'm cutting them chunky because it's going to take a long time to bake, and so it's going to soften up. I'm also going to cut the beets and then the broccoli stump. Like I said, if you don't like broccoli, you could just go in with cauliflower or any other vegetable that you like. I'm cutting my onion as well, and then the broccoli, the main head of it also goes in. And I also chop my paprika. You can use bell pepper, anything, anyone that works for you. Just go with it. Like I said, be very conscious of your eating this year and try and eat more fruits and vegetables. For potatoes, salt always gives a good flavor, and I'm using Himalayan salt. Any salt you want to use, you can do with it. Black and white pepper, good option. Sweet chili, yes. Then I'm also going to add in the garlic dip. So, but I'm not going to use garlic in here. So I'm just using the garlic dip, which is going to be like my substitute for fresh garlic in there. Then I've got this basil, parsley, oregano, spice mix that I do that goes in. And my key ingredient here is the suya powder. Ghana suya powder na. So yeah, some granite, and then I just sprinkle in oil as well, and then I mix this all up. Please, this is my own food I'm going to eat. So my hands is making it all fun in there. If you're cooking for people, just use your wooden spoons to just mix it up. But this is my personal one for my consumption. So once this is done, I just spread it on, and then preheat your oven for 250 degrees for 5-10 minutes. That's okay. Then it can go in. But we're going to do this separate. Yes. The vegetables, if you put it together with the potatoes, it's going to be overly soft and overly cooked. You don't want that vibe in there. So I separate the vegetables. And the same seasoning I did for the potatoes is the same thing I do for the vegetables. So when you eat, it doesn't feel like this one tastes different. This one, no. Like the taste feels the same in there as well. And the spicing, it's very intentional. So this gives you very tasty kind of, And I'm using shrimps here. This is without the head. Yes, so you can use shrimps. If you're using meat, any protein of your choice, you can. Just make sure that it's not one that is going to take forever to cook. Yes, if it's meat or chicken, it should be pre-cooked or pre-seasoned and kind of halfway there before it goes into the oven. So this after 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, I brought it out. Yeah, look at that. It is not yet done. Yes, it's going to go in for extra 15 minutes. So this would take you not less than 25 to 30 minutes to cook. Yes, 25 to 30 minutes to cook. And it depends on very how soft you would want this up. Yes, and mind you, if you're using your oven, make sure that if it's an electric oven, both parts are actually heating up so that you get good heat in there. And then you just leave this to do its stuff and then you go your way. This is very healthy and very good because one, less oil. Number two, this is a balanced diet. You have your protein, your shrimps, any protein you want. You have your vegetables, you have your potatoes. And potato is less carb. Yes, when it comes to carbs in there, it has more healthy carbs and other nutrients your body actually needs. So this is like one fortified on the go kind of like dish for you. If at this point you are really enjoying and learning, please subscribe. So yes, this is very necessary here. Like I said, I have potatoes virtually every day, and you don't want to eat it the same style. But this one is my kind of run to potato meal. Like when you eat, taste warm, like taste warm. Hi. So this is very, very essential. Like you'd really enjoy this. Like I said, if you don't like any of the vegetables in, you can change it or swap it. Just make sure that it's chunky so that when it cooks, it's not going to get overly soft. If you don't like shrimps, to use any protein of your choice. And yes, I dished out some for myself. Then the rest, I just placed it in my storage container in the fridge. Then I just warmed it up in the microwave later on. So this is very easy. Sometimes you can just prep for the week or something, and it's healthy, like very healthy in there. This is good for snack and all those ones. And like I said, the parchment sheet is optional because you realize that after the potatoes and things had cooked and melted, I was looking interesting in this optional. Now this is my run to, especially when I'm not feeling too well. Yes, when I'm not feeling too well and I want something soupy, but I still need energy, this is what I run to. And this is my quick fix cooking. So I love this particular potatoes with stock, more like impoto vibe, because of how simple and how easy it is and how tasty it comes out. So it's just potatoes. I put in the vegetables in there, and I'm going to be cooking this one. I'm not going to be baking it. I'm adding in some chili and salt because yes, I'm an African, a Ghanaian. I love a bit of spice in there. Then the black and white pepper also goes in. Like I said, potato always does well with those as well. Then my green potato spice also goes in. Then the garlic dip, ginger powder. Like I said, days you're not feeling well, and you have now be no. Then I just add in some curry powder in there for stews and gravy. That is going in there because I'm going to be taking the broth as well. And if you don't know how to make these spices, you can check my channel because I have the 10 essential spice mixes and you can actually learn to do this for yourself. I make these for myself over here. You can make some for yourself everywhere you find yourself. Then I just add in the shrimps for it to also cook with it. The shrimps is going to give it that natural taste and seasoning in there. So you won't need a bouillon cube or a seasoning cube in there. No, the shrimp is going to do that trick for you. And then for this one, within 10-15 minutes, depending on the type of potatoes you are using, if you are using the quick cooking potatoes, within 10-15 minutes, you should be done with this. And you can have it, serve the potatoes with the vegetables, raw without the stock, which comes out, like this. You can use your fork to eat, or you can have it with the broth. I like it with the broth because it's more tasty and like you get to have like it's like a soup kind of something together with the main meal. The third one is my buttered potatoes. Yes. So for this one, I'm using the store-bought potatoes. Like I said, I'm going to show you where to get good potatoes at very good prices, but that is usually straight from farm. Yes, so there's a lot of sand you have to clean and all those ones. But from Lidl and then the supermarket, you're going to get um, quick cooking or baking kind of potatoes or any other type of potatoes you want. I'm using the same spice that I used earlier. So I just cut the potatoes into decent sizes. These were meant for baking, so you realize they are slender and thin, very easy to cut. Then I spiced it with my salt as usual, my black pepper, white pepper. Those are very basic things you need for potatoes. And for potatoes, these green spices also gives it a good taste as well. They bring the natural like potato vibe in proper. Then for this one, the carrot, I'm just going to do it more chunky. Yes, because I'm going to bake it all once. Yes, so I'm not even going to cut it into two, just very crunchy, very big ones. I'm not using the chili powder now. I'm just using fresh chili. So if you want fresh chili, fresh garlic, you can use that instead as well. If you really want to add ginger, it's up to you. Yes, if you don't like carrots, if you don't like beets, if you don't like, yes, just use vegetables of your own preference in there. It's very easy to do. Then onions also help. Onions make it sweet and nice. Yes. I added the butter, but you realize initially the butter was solid. So what I did was put it in the microwave for 30 seconds and that melted it very well. Then I passed it around the vegetables in there. But because my potatoes was in the fridge, it was kind of cold. So the butter is like sleeping again after waking it up. So yes, that goes in. I cut the paprika, then that also goes in. If you want to use green pepper, yellow pepper, red pepper, pepper, fegum, ebefa. So I'm just mixing this up so that everything goes in properly. Now I just have my baking bowl, baking dish. Just make sure that it's something you can bake in. Anything you want to bake it in, you can do that. So I put that in, then I put the sausages in between because sausage, if it's up a bebe tip, then the potatoes is still not done. So I just put those in the middle, and that also gives you some sort of mystery be like that. Yeah. So once you scoop in, you're definitely going to get the sausages. If it's just on top, some people will just eat the sausage and leave the potatoes for those who want to go fat like us to eat it. So yes, that's just by the way. But that when you're done, it goes into the oven, still preheated. Always preheat your oven before it goes in. 250 degrees is good temperature to bake it in. And like I said, this particular one takes more time because it's enclosed and it takes more time to actually bake this. This took me like almost 40 minutes. Yes. Yes. So you can be checking it up. Or else if you do it for a short time, you may not get it well cooked. Yes. So you need to be very much conscious or careful about it. But if you're using a baking dish, I think it should cook faster than the glass dish. So I think that's also part of it. And I got the butter base at the base, and that was good. So whenever I dished it out, I just scooped a bit of that on it. Then I really did enjoy it. I hope you've learned a lot from this. Like I said, if life throws potatoes at you, sweetheart, bake some and cook some into this delicious meals. Don't always be frying. And one not dorsum. There's too much fat and oils. Please, let's go more healthy this year. So this is where I get my potatoes here. It's called agbodin. Don't mind my pronunciation. Just go online and search for it. So this is a self-delivery, self-serviced potato boot. They sell potatoes, eggs, and then of course some ice cream. Yes. So you just search for them online and you go to the website. They'll ask for your email. You give them the email. Then they'll send you the link to the shop something. But before you can access that, you need to put in your phone number. Then based on your phone number, they'll send you a verification code. Then now you can go in as well. The verification code is very key, especially when you're going to the boot. It's very, very necessary. The boot, when you get there, you need to go to the homepage and pick the key, which is on the app. And from there, you can pick the items you want to pick. And then you just make the payment online. And then you're actually good to go there. Yes. So once you've paid for it, you can just pick the items you came in for. And as you can see, a full crate of eggs, 30 pieces for 5.5 euros. That is good price. The potatoes, they used to have 3.5 and I think 6 or something. Yeah, so it depends. 5 kilos, That's huge. That's good price. So if you find yourself in Vasa or in Finland, you can check these self-service potato booths out. They are so helpful here as well. So I see you in the next food video. Do live life to the fullest. Be joyous, be merry. Lots of love for my team and I, and shout outs to Berta and Uncle Ben.